Hi, my name is Scott, and I'll be showing you a quick tour of wuudo. wuudo is a new simple shared to-do list for busy teams and businesses. wuudo helps you quickly capture, prioritize, and complete tasks that need to get done, so you can effectively deliver projects on time. After setting up your account by going to wuudo.com and logging in, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this. On the left-hand side, it's dedicated specifically for lists that you want to create. In the middle are going to be specific items within each specific list. And on the right-hand side, if you choose, are specific places for content that you want to put in for each item. As you can see here, as I click each item, it dynamically changes. Gives you full customization of how you want to use this. So, I want to show you first how to create a list, what it means, and how it's used. So, what you first want to do is come up here and press Add List. And let's say, list number 1. And let's just say to-dos. Now, after you title your list, you choose between the type of view. Do you want it to be a notes, a tasks, or a list-based view? And do you want this list private or shared? I'll be explaining this default view in a second. Then you press Add List. Now, as you see here, a new list shows up on the left-hand side, and when you click it, the middle section becomes completely blank. At this place, let's say you want to put your to-do list here in this actual list within wuudo, and I'm going to show you how to add something to this list. To do that, all you need to do is click Add a Task up here at the top, and let's say one of your to-do items is walk the dog. And let's say another item that you need to do is take out trash. Now, with that being said, I want to show you a few things within this area that makes it easy for you to organize things as you add more and more stuff here. So, the first thing I want to point out to you is that you can actually click, drag, and drop these to organize specific items within the actual list itself. So, you have this list, you have another list, and you have different items within each list. You can actually organize them from top to bottom any way that you choose. Another thing I want to point out to you is that on the right-hand side, let's say for the take out the trash, you can add copy and content in here. This really gives you some freedom and flexibility on how you want to use this space, where sometimes you may be using it and other times you may not be using it. Up here, you're going to see that there's the typical functions that we're all used to seeing in any word processing software. You can bold text, you can italicize text, underline, strike through, bullets, number, indent, put links to hyperlinks to other places in here. You can also format it to be, header, paragraph, types of way you want the text to show up. Also, you can change the text color, and you also have the power to dump paint into areas. Another thing that I want to point out is that you can also create tables within these notes, or within this content section, as well as add attachments. One other interesting thing about this is that for each specific note that you create, so again, let's say for your to-do list and you want to take out the trash, and you want to be reminded on a specific time or a specific day, all that you have to do is come up here and press the no due date, and it's going to pop down a calendar for you to say when you want to be reminded to go take out the trash or go walk the dog or whatever. Really gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility. Now, what you're going to see up here is a little person head with the word assigned to it. If you were using wuudo with your team, this function would allow you to assign it to someone in your team to take care of this task within this specific list. So, that is basically as far as these 3 columns work out. Now, I'm going to take it one step further. Let's say, for instance, that you like to cook. And because you like to cook different forms of food. And let's say that you want to use wuudo beyond accomplishing and managing your to-do lists. You also want to use it to manage recipes that you create. I'm going to show you briefly how to set that up in here so you can get a big picture of this is more than just a task management, task completion engine, and can be a myriad of things that you can use it for at the end of the day. So what you're going to do is you're going to add another list. And let's just say this is going to be recipes. And you're going to add list. Now, let's say you like to cook different types of food, everything from American to Chinese and Japanese or Korean or whatever it is that you like to cook. And you know that you want to organize your recipes within those specific groups. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Based on this premise, you're going to want to probably break your recipes down by those types of food that you like to cook. So what's really great about wuudo is that you can actually create sublists under sublists, very similarly to how you can use folders in a normal computer. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. What you're going to do is you're going to click this gray box, and again, you can also change the color of this box to whatever it is that you want. And then you basically click here that says Add Sublist. Boom. So let's say this is American food. Add list. And let's say the other kind of food that you want to do is you do another sublist under recipes. And let's just say this is Chinese. Add list. Now, let's say you cook different types of American dishes and you want to group them one more specific way. You can also create another sublist. So, for this example, we're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So all you got to do is click this gray box, add sublist, breakfast, here, add sublist, lunch, here, add sublist, dinner. So, given this scenario, you can actually click into any one of these and put your specific recipes for American breakfast, or Chinese breakfast, or Chinese lunch. Again, you click here, add sublist, breakfast. So, and you could minimize this, you can expand this. You can also, let's say I minimize this and I wanted the list to be below recipes, you simply click, drag, drop, click, drag, drop, and the things change places just like they do in this area. One other thing I want to point out to you is that in the middle column, you can also, you're going to see here priority. And you can click here and make things urgent, high, medium, low. There's also other specific things that you can use to prioritize and help you manage the inflow of things that you're doing and managing. All you got to do is click View and add status as well as type. So status, created, on hold, in progress, followed up, canceled, complete. And if you ever wanted to in the future create more types of statuses, all that you would have to do is click Manage Statuses, click, New Status, add New Status, close, and there it will be right there, New Status. Priority, let's say this is an urgent, and we can do type. This could be a type of note within this list. So it could be a brain dump, it could be a goal, idea, inspiration, and again, just like statuses, you can also add a new type. Add type, close, scroll, and then it's right there, new type. Now, another thing I want to show you briefly is in this actual modality, you can look at this list 3 different ways. So you go View, and you can either see it as notes, which make them big. You can see them as tasks, which is what the default is set to. Or you can see it as just a list itself. So depending on how you want to structure your lists on the left-hand side and what you want this content to be, there are these 3 different views that allow you to make it look any way that you want to. And also over here, you can choose to turn on these status buttons or not by clicking View and just unselecting or reselecting. And you can add these in this fashion. So, with this being said, the next thing I want to show you is how you can search. So let's say as you are growing your wuudo account with all your different lists, your organizations, your files, your content, etc., and you want to find something. I want to point out some things about the search functionality in this application. Up at the top here, when you click Search Task, you can actually search the task by status, priority, type. You can also do it by date, based on how it's due, based on when it was created, based on when it was modified, based on when it was assigned. You can also search by user. Again, if you're using wuudo to manage your team, this helps you manage it this way. It also allows you to search specific tasks that are included as completed, archived, assigned, shared, if they have attachments or if they don't, if they have images or they don't. And finally, you can either search all lists or you can search specific lists for each specific task. So what's great about that is that you can have freedom and flexibility in how you create your account, and then as you start populating it, wuudo gives you a really easy way for you to find what you need, to get what you need to get done, to be more productive, and get more done at the end of the day. So, this is wuudo.com. I really hope that you found this to be a valuable video for you to learn about this specific software product, and I hope you go and sign up. So take action to get today. Go to wuudo.com and get started now.